Right, and now for male reproductive anatomy. All right, let's get to it. So first of all, let's just kind of get oriented, okay? Let's just look around, okay? That looks strange. Definitely some intrusion there. We already know that we've, well, right, see there's our paired pelvic teats, so we can see that we're in the skin here. Notice here the skin is intact, and when we did the external anatomy, we saw the scrotal sacs, and they're dark here, but again, this is the male that had all of that bleeding out. So his whole coelomic cavity, and this illustrates the fact that the scrotal sacs are also part of the coelomic cavity, actually invaginates into them. All right, but so speaking of the coelomic cavity, let's go back into what feels like a familiar part of the coelomic cavity. That is the base of the abdominal cavity. And look in here. And look down there. Oh, isn't that interesting? So here we are. If we get oriented, we have a urinary bladder. We have the umbilical arteries. We have the ureters. And then this kind of tape-like, really tough thing. And then this right here, we're going to have nerves and blood vessels we're going to be able to see kind of coming down with this tape-like thing and into this hole. Yes. So this right here is the internal entrance to the inguinal canal, right? And notice I can put my probe down there, okay? And if it wasn't bent, I would be able to put it all the way down to where the testes are, all the way down into the scrotum. And so this male's testes have already descended, which meant that they formed up here, and then they got pulled all the way down through here. So now if we look on the other side, now this intrusion is going to look a little less unnatural, because what I've done is I've cut down the skin right along the inner thigh to this internal opening of the inguinal canal. And then I put scissors, right, kind of pushed up a little bit, just like I'm pushing up that probe, and the scissors tell you where to cut. And you just follow the inguinal canal down, and you are going to run into a testis. It's going to happen. Right, typically, right? Anatomy isn't 100%, as we've already seen. So typically you're going to run into a testis, a gonad of some kind, okay? And so this is it right here. So now we are in the scrotal sac, okay? You're really in the inguinal canal, so you can't see the opening or either opening, right? The external one or the internal one. So what are these structures? So the testis makes sperm and hormones. The epididymis stores sperm. Okay, and then you're going to see this tape-like structure that we were seeing before. So that's the vas deferens, or the ductus deferens. And notice that it's going to wrap around, right, and come. It's going to wrap around the umbilical artery and then come here behind, and the ureter too, for that matter. And it's going to come here, right, on the dorsal aspect of the posterior end of the bladder, and it's going to meet the urethra back there, and so is its partner. So we're going to have two ductus deferens, or vas deferens, meeting here. So they're going to be conducting sperm from the testis to the urethra. So hence the urethra drains urine, and it drains sperm. All right, now, in addition to the vas deferens, notice that in the inguinal canal, we have this whole kind of bunch. Oops, didn't pick up this whole, well, so that's because somebody didn't dissect that. Let me get that. There you go. We have this whole bunch of, so we're going to have nerves, blood vessels, right, both veins and arteries and nerves, in addition to the vas deferens. And so the whole thing is collectively called a spermatic cord, right? So the vas deferens is part of the spermatic cord. And I think that does it.